go.
Hello， 我换一下装备，我们就来上课啊！我看一下哈，变更外观，我这一套其实可以拿掉。嘿，蜘蛛杀手这还蛮，就是要穿的很奇怪，我不要正常的东西。大家都在上课了，哼！我的这盔甲真的那么软，还破土，软到会破土，太蠢了。
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly.
在你面前跟我说，
Now, it seems many of you are out of
很危
practice.
险。
Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
思维
Yes,
钉，
Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think
没有办法攻击
pleasant
他
thoughts.
可恶！
I like to think it enriches his experience.
奇兽斧刷竟然还有这种东西！
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
奇兽饲料，这么有命名跟没
What do
命
you
名一样的
suppose the
魔法。
pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Mao, 山猫，
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
我这个铁拳揍在他脸上，要是可以物理
Those two
攻击
don't
就好
belong
了。
anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Now,
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
我很享
It was
受，
wonderful.
没有
I
没有
believe I'm
死人
really
真的
going to
是
enjoy
太
this class.
Good.
太
You seem to
不习惯
understand
了
that。when beasts are properly controlled,
毕
they
竟在
can
看
play
小
a
说跟看
vital
电影的时候，
role in
基本
our
上好像都会
lives.
出人命。
Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
OK，
Over here.
怎样？
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
哦
I，
感
won't
觉
take
就会
just
是那
anyone
个哦。
there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's
想不起
just
那种
ahead.
叫什么了，但是应该是 menu 上面那一只，半老鹰半
Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent?
高翼
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful.
鹰马
You
，OK，
must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy
前面鹰
before
后
you
面马。
approach them. I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
他很厉害
I，thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspect.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn Hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't... The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
那感觉并不像犯罪。
That does seem
马
strange.
上帮忙讲话。
Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
我不要，被拒绝。应该说拒绝的话，那顶多就是人继续
I
站在那
think
边
that's
而
a
已。
fine idea.
情报就是力
Information
量
is。power.
And the...
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
OK， 下一个任务，管理员的月之哀歌，头盔拉锁术，希罗纳。地图博米村。我目前等级应该是够解我们大多会面对到的
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss
任务
Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seemed as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head.
哎，Yuna 晚安。
He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards. Even ones as
最
young
近还
as
好
you.
吗？
That said, if
你
you're
游戏
looking
玩
for
得怎样
information on Ranrock to help rein him in,
没有
you'll
打
find an
啊
ally in
其他的
Lodgok.
DLC 你应该是没有碰吧？因为最近应该在忙那个，
Thank you, Serona.
If you
主要
find
应该都在哈利
Lodgok,
波特上面。
please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
我觉得它 DLC 蛮好玩的，好玩到我不小心把它提前打完。
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
目前停滞中，真的假的？
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's
所
say
以
I
是不是蛮
did
忙的，
know.
所以才没有办法
Why
玩。
should I trust you?
Serona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the
最近太忙，然后这
Witch's
2天继续玩莱莎山，以为快过关了，不知道跑出了一张全新地图。哎呀！竟然有这种事，是一个剧情好像靠近尾声，然后突然又变出了预料之外的东西。不，我要跳过去。我说那这个游戏还真划算呢，都以为没了还会变出新的东西给你玩，跟魔法一样呢。
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
听晚安。
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Erdgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object
我真的那么想玩的话，我可能就明天或者是后天，应该是明天吧。等就有空的时候再玩。我现在要把所有的武器都打一遍。明天继续玩，明后天继续玩霍格华兹。
It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
拉锁术，不是，这是速速钱。拉锁术我放在哪边？哦，不是，这是滴滴酱。这个，哦，阻挠正在冲锋的，好，快，我的 CD。哎呀，没有阻挠到。那样算有阻挠到吗？没有啊。他就看着我在那边打狗。
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Oh, dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
我准备好了，没有问题。其他的问题都不是我会想的。
alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please.
我不是原本说要玩女神文录或者玩新游戏吗？后来我才想到，哎，对我这个游戏，我哈利波特，要说霍格华兹啊，这个没有挂名哈利波特，哈利波特跟我屁事，我都还没出生。霍格华兹我还没有玩完，我是在想，好想玩7弹哦，可是好像有什么事情忘记了，然后再想到，对，霍格华兹，我已经推了好多了，可是还没有到那个 没有继续玩剧情，我都在解那个支线。
Merlin's beard.
梅林的胡子啊，不是才刚开始不久吗？没错，才10几等而已啊，我应该还玩不到1/3吧。梅林的胡子啊。
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further.
看起来很像是做什么邪恶仪式的地方。
Lumos.
今天早上有玩7弹队啊，因为我就是因为觉得很好玩啊，然后自己打一打，不小心打到最后一层，然后打过了，就说不对啊，打完了，有剧情啊。然后趁他们讲话有机会按，就是需要我按 A 的那个时候，赶快停下来开直播。可是其实还有可以解的，就你每次爬好像都还会有一点新的对话。然后每一个武器，如果你想要拿到它的那个外观，就 DLC 的外观，会需要去用它通关通那个塔。那我现在只有通了两个武器全通过，就是破塔而已，其他的还没有。剧情的部分剧情的部分应该都解完了，主要是差那个它的算是世界观的一些资料还没拿到。
I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
感觉就是要战斗了。不要怕。拿到一堆死人骨头。咦，我的火是在这一个哦，我要用这个打。这什么鹅哦 ？Lumos， 放一个，然后应该还有一只。这个没解到谜啊，到底是啊？哦 ，sorry， 我刚刚不知道是什么声音，听起来是外面在放鞭炮啊。我想说怎么会有啪啪啪的？因为我戴着耳机啊，戴着耳机，它听起来很像我的椅子的轮子粘到泡泡纸。
Incendio! Arrest element! Sendo! Accio!
哎，小鱼，你用几个武器解完了？哦啊 ，A。
Lumos.
诶，什么意思？目前一个，白天没完 ，OK。啊！
Lumos.
我目前打完第二个，我现在有解完是刷子跟旋转枪，然后目前正在想办法突破双枪部分，就机动枪。以想要的外观为主，因为我很多钱都拿去换那个旁边的那个商店了。 那些饰品啊、背景啊什么的，所以我现在东西还本身的那个骇入的部分还解得很慢。
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Down I go. No other way.
耶嘿，绘画。绘画，我这应该是用来装饰我的幻音室而已。那一下为什么那么奇？重点是我现在穿着铠甲，跳到水里面去，早就沉下去。 有，哎，怎么啊？哎，啊！我刚刚走错地方了哈，我应该是要走这里。 是明天还是后天有那个啊？有全部是金色问号的打工，还是现在？
Lumos.
Hey, 这个。哎。
Lumos.
这边好像有路。没有，我还是要回去掉下去就对了。哎，没有在那边。哎，bug， 但我没有办法用那个啊。
Lumos.
等我一下。好了 ，OK， 放下第一个，第二个。第三个在那里。原来那个会飞过去。还是我可以先上去，然后再开 Lumos。这太远了，击不到人。解谜啊，他应该没有办法输出钱哦。
Lumos.
你们有什么想法吗？这个我目前有点。因为拉锁上来之后，这边是没有什么其他的功能。
Lumos. Lumos.
哦，哎
Making this
啊
spin ought to raise that platform.
啊，
That
好，
must
我
be
看到
it.
了，对，游戏还直接给我答案了呢，气死！
Lumos.
在那边我至少看得到啦。这些都是万应室。 啊，猫饲料放在上
Roger's
面。
final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus.
是一堆人，感觉等一下要战斗哦。
The dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lodgok won't like this. Better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway.
你说要怎么样把这个给他看？把头拿下来或什么的。
Lodgok, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn, they got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
直接飞过去。这车头灯超弱的。
There they are. The Ashwinder.
你在打什么？哦，在跟山怪打架。
Been down. Stop right there. Expulso. Let's move. Might want to look up. That all you got? Look what you've done. Pay for that. Expulso. Quit now while you're still alive.
That's it.
是断气的声音耶！
This is for Rookwood.
Somebody out there.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
是为了罗克，怎么会有人为了罗克？
Knew you were still hanging about. Aha! Back for more.
哎，那个人直接飞走了。 哦吼吼吼！直接被炸飞。打山怪喽！ 哎呦喂呀！
That was a close one.
哦，山怪是帮我解决掉了蛮多那个敌人的。嘿嘿。
Revelio.
营地这里应该有一些好东西呀、啊。
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
Protego.
I I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Oh, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I'm glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now.
可是 Search 他刚刚讲话讲漏了那个字，总觉得不太对啊。应该是大厅这里吧。好想打鸡蛋，好想打鸡蛋，超烦的。这个游戏要玩，这个游戏我也想继续打，我至少想把故事打完。然后探索解支线任务的部分也算还不错。 是有意思的。
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon,
又换
caretaker,
游戏，
at your service.
播到一半换游戏。
First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
哎呀，原来人在啊！哦，好吧，有听到，对啊，不是啊，有听到就好啊。你的确会讲话对吧？然后播一半又在那里换，哦。
Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future.
我还生活在韩国的时候。
I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct?
灭幻
You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked.
终于可以学那个解锁咒了。
Alohomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
阿拉哈姆拉哎呦呀啊！不要过来！不要过来！不要过来！嘿。解锁解锁是绑基本的，我不用再绑了。好。的路谋斯为什么变成是饲料了
Alohomora.
是什么？使用 LR 移动星火并转刻度盘，2个相应位置均被启动。
Done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
现行，好。2个看起来都还在楼上。
How are your students getting on this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Oh, shit.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddle cake flowers.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion.
为什么有3个人躲在厕所里面啦？
Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to have wands. I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My mark seems to have the
Alohomora.
剩下一个右转，再继续绕上去。这个话我应该可以先急，应该没有人。3个人。哦，马上被发现。哎，没事，不要怕。
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
How's that?
Well, all of the teamwork and flying about and the golden snitch.
Attention in the next match, if there ever is one.
I suppose you should.
好。因为他不是怕这东西吗？到底要我把月亮给他干嘛？我拿掉就好了，不是吗？快！看一下哈，过来。OK。
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
他在我旁边。他刚卡在门上面。
I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery. 新的任务应该会有主线吧？我主线还没有跑出来，等一下。
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
3根扫帚。贝德罗特庄园，魔法奇兽，魔幻幻术配方。 嘿，可以耶！我想要这个，我们先捡这个，因为这样我就可以养奇兽了。我没有头部穿戴吗？有啊，你哈，这样我就跟那个我的期待一样。找迪克的话，应该要去万应室吧。
As I mentioned, I look forward to seeing you there.
Deke?
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop.
等一下哦，装备、面部穿戴、头饰。面部的话，我还没有解开我想要戴的那个。我先看有没有可以更好的先塞上去，21。好像还没有。
I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
识别。OK。夜曲青色装扮，有几个我等一下为了战斗先把它拿去好了。太高，不能穿。51，面部 no， 手势 no，OK， 然后再换一个衣服。对，为了保护奇兽不被人抓，那就自己把他们抓走吧。一个宝可梦的概念。我们是伙伴，然后把他们一辈子关在那个球里面，这样。
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the...
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met.
头这还是套那个套起来比较好。现在不想看到自己的脸。
A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It would be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It would be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
捕抓带还要有自己的，好哦。过来，过来，过来。暴力捕捉。
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently.
那我们直接去把他们，我们直接去取他们的命就好了。扫帚的外观可以现在换吗？要落下才行，才能够换吧。嘿。有换成吗？有，它的图是没有那个火的，看起来好像不太一样。
The castle must have been quite stately in its time.
应该是那一棵树。
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck.
好，我们去拯救他们吧。拯救。等一下，不是打错了。囚禁人家在跟他说：“我会好好照顾你的，真不错。”
I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
follow, Deke.
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the... So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
透过打开地图并按下 R， 不是 R， 右摇杆。
Now, I'm only trying to help. Aki.
完全动不了，一脸超惊恐。
Professor Howin will never believe this.
鹿就没有办法了，鹿不重要，他们不是魔法生物。
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
异世界我来了。
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we?
他说法环的 DLC 快要出来，也不是说快要出来了，就是有预计要出来，我应该回去把法环打一打。
will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them. Let them see their new home. Oh.
现在对拜月兽来说不是会太亮吗？他的眼睛瞳孔应该要缩起来才对。
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a
复习法环的手感，对啊。
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all
而
of
且他的
them.
故事我还没体验完。主线其实我打到东后期。
Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Dee can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
受到照料时，会提供具有魔法属性的材料。有打赢女武神，对，有女武神已经打赢了。我们现在火巨人有打赢我最大的，我那时候会没有继续玩，最大的让我自己纠结的点是否要让梅琳娜自焚去烧圣树。我是有解了那个3指的剧情，所以我有那个可以不牺牲他的路线可以走，然后我也有那个逆转的针可以用，就是道具，就是有一个道具可以逆转你选了3指之后的那个决定，还有那个结果。那可我那时候就是一直在纠结这一块，所以最后就是直接没有玩。要怎么收集？对啊，我就不知道我就不想要烧，不想要它挂掉啊。啊，我已经预期要放下了啦，预期要放下，就是应该会那个就做出该做的决定一样。OK， 所以你要全部都喂完才，就是你要喂又输过之后才行。你没有办法只喂或者只输。
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
我再看一下怎么样放。
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your
Series
clothing,
X 应该可以比较漂亮。
making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
怎么离开？哦 ，OK， 好。变换魔法织布机，变换这个消场不是？这个。实用工具魔法织布机。预设情况下，装备具有一个主要进攻或防御属性，魔法材料可以与织布机一起使用，追加或强化这条属性，将特质施加于你的装备。哦，会套用特质吗？检视升级，这就可以强化。 前面都是要羽毛，月那个毛皮，拜月兽哈。啊，我有一个衣服增加特性，它要增加什么特性？可是我现在的显示特性哦 ，OK 好，白银、死灵、灼烧、累积速度。
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
耶，这个有够远。最近的地方应该是上面这个。可惜飞的时候没有音乐，是感觉飞的时候就是要配音乐啊。集成时无法进入，有结界。哦。说到魔法，最近那个魔法动画蛮多的，你们有看吗？像是肌肉魔法使或者是福利脸。
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there, Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them, possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard
有点
kind
好
as
看，
wand
对啊，我
carriers.
自己
Are
我
goblins
自己也
forbidden
是
from carrying wands?
我是没有每周追，
That's
我
why
是
I'm on the hunt for answers.
一段一段的追，因为有在看的人就知道现在在考试嘛。
was always the most
那
mischievous
考
of the
试
three
这
of
几
us.
集一次
Which
看
is
完，
saying something, knowing me and
一次
ominous.
看完比较
I'm
应该说
hoping a surprise
很难
visit from
等啊，
me
那
and
个
a
那
new
个
friend
那个
from
等的
Hogwarts will
的
help
时候
lift our
非常
spirits.
煎熬，因为他的
Bring
那
back the
个
Anne I used to know.
tempo
Come on,
目前是很
I'll take
就
you to my
是会
uncle's.
想要让人一直看的那个状态。
This way.
我刚看完初试啊，现在这是第一天考试看完了，然后等第二轮考
used to be
试
a lot livelier.
演多一点，我再
With
一
Ranrock's
次看
lot。wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight.
不然要在那边等，我觉得很就是好奇。当你一开始好奇接下来会怎么样演的时候，在那里等实在太纠结。
Here
迷
we
宫
are.
饭也是做的
My
很
sister
赞
should be
啊。
just inside.
迷宫饭我还没有认真的追，因为我一直想要跟我女朋友一起看，但是我们还没有这个机会。
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can.
你是先看漫画，漫画
The
也很
sooner
棒。
you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done. I'm sorry.
他这看起来比较像是经痛了。 其实迷宫饭的东西看完之后很想要真的做看看。那其实是基本上大多都是现实中有的料理，然后调换了一些食材，这其实应该是做得出来的。还要跟他们交谈呢。
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St.
迷宫饭我是看漫画的，
We have.
我一开始入坑是看漫画，所以那时候要做动画的时候我超期待。
Perhaps the healers don't
漫画的话，
know
我
everything,
看到了大概第5集的地
Sebastian is single-mindedly
方
focused
吧。
on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find
第5
it.
集、第
Your
6
faith in
集。
Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and
我知道
Sebastian.
怎么做对他们是
They
最
are
好
my
的。
stubborn brother's children,
自己讲。
especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
然后最近在
I hope
看
you
那
remember what
个
I've said. Good day.
我内心的什么是邪恶想法吗？心中的被洗到好后面了，我的这个心中的糟糕念头，差不多了。很可爱。
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
有什么新的有趣的韩剧吗？
She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being at Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
韩漫改编的韩剧，请跟我老公结婚。这个标题。
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
你知道这一部？
I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
是恋爱剧吗？
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
因为有看漫画，所以就追了。通常有看漫画、动画看起来不错的话，就会，或者是然后真人版看起来还不错的话，
You got a first-hand glance at what
狗
I'm
血复
dealing
仇
with.
剧。
I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. I'm the one trying to help her.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
这一套到底是银色还是铜色啊？其实真的看不太出来，是因为现在环境光的关系
from
吗？
whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble?
越到空中追随者指挥官重重的摔到地上。
Only a wizard is a dead wizard in my book. I'm a goblin, not a toy! Someone's here. How nice of you to stop by.
Ranrock won't be stopped!
Why don't you come up here? You've made your last
啊
mistake.，
指挥官在这里，好。说跳跃到空中的，那我就是要先把它。
Let's get this over with.
哎，人嘞？
There you are. Rather unwise coming back this way. No! One less human to worry about.
电视剧改编的还不错 ，OK。
Your spells glance off of me.
追随者刺客。
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
啊，没问题。
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke
我
in the
们
middle
让
of the
杀
night.
妖精呢？
When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason.
Revelio.
They have stations for everything.
这是啥？
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
感觉下一个要先互动，这个是下面那里。
Why twice armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
OK， 这边终于有新的互动了。
This well looks familiar.
就是那个啊，是那个古代魔法第二人的家，在记忆里面看到的那个。
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
这是那个女巫的老家。
Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key.
第二把双枪 ，Holy shit！ 竟然有第二把双枪
that you think Ranrock is trying to harness.
这也是比较接近那个高压清洁的那个红色两把的双枪，远距双枪，还是那个开尔文那样子的双枪
？Hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Incendio!
这是我的在营地的第2个礼拜，拿瓜医生甚至我们巫师界的医者都在尽力帮他们。我看见一名哭诉我父亲的男子，对方失去自己的孩子，我不忍去多想。我有能力可以救助这些灵魂，不论是不去帮助他们，或是抹除他们的痛苦，似乎都很棒。帮助他应该没什么关系吧，对吧？他一直想要利用他的能力去帮忙抹去痛苦的感受。
Revelio. Incendio.
Holy shit! 怎么会有炸药在那里？我自己被炸飞了。这什么 bug？ 我被卡住了！
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
昨天打好久，今天蛮快，因为我们知道流程了。对啊，更想玩了吗？哎，还好啦，应该说我就是说我知道，我等一下会继续玩。没有啦，应该不会了，可能会打线上的吧，因为我的目录还没有完全解完。
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
你有打完第一波之后，打完第一次塔之后，你的那个升级其实就已经足够，大多时候会已经足够，可以让剩下的武器顺利通过。
And I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know
然后房间上也比较容易遇到自己有接触过的。
Wait, we can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
然后外面那个被人家堵起来的，他们不稍微再挡一下吗？等一下有人跟着他们进来怎么办？
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
应该有3幅画的，目前只剩下1幅，还有一个罗盘。
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
看不懂。
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
会识别的服装物品，等下一个任务进来，新任务可用。来，天文学课啊，对我们还没上到。天文学教室有在这里，有啊，应该有。天文学区嘛，天文塔有啦，第一个。
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Ally and friend. And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it
只是
into
接
focus
破
on
图
your own.
读到我的那个头盔里面去，硬挤。
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the
如果是福
astronomy
利人的话，
tables
就
they
是说
erected throughout the highlands
让
from
你
which they
身上
gazed
多出几个暖
millennia
暖包
ago
的
on the
方
very
便魔法。
self-same stars above us. Is that clear?
里面的魔法真的是有些非常的实用啊。
Dismissed.
后来其实仔细想想，真的是很实一些很实用的魔法。
Oh,
比如说
hello.
通常不
Good
会
to
拿
see
来
you
拯救
again.
世界。
We Ravenclaws must stick together.
Oh, hello, Emmett. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's
人真
very
好。
kind of you, Emmett. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Emmett.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
他说在楼下。
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes?
不要欲言又止。
What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
关心有什么机制？
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it.
实
Shall
在很
we?
难，我目前想象不到。就是说，它其实一直都不是这个世界里面非常大的一部分。
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were
快点。
originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore. It's not that.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
Here I am, charging. A little foreboding.
If you're sure.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
怎么会有浴缸在这里？不是。
Incendio.
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
不要吵啦。
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
天琴座，好，找到了，然后呢？
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
高地要塞必须先学习才行。这个取得并使用毒触手。好，我们来找敌人吧。现在遇到一个。 但是剧情条件呢，有限制在这里。看一下能不能找到有战斗的、有敌人的地方。往北竞技森林去，应该会比较容易有。 同时对多个使用魔苹果，刚好有一个。非敌人就不行了，就对了。
Is that the best you can do?
Finally finished.
Confringo. Heal.
Let's play Predator and Prey, shall we?
Confringo. Heal. Tego. Heal. Levioso. Confringo.
I won't go down as easy. Protego!
Confringo.
哦耶！白天出席药草课，去找大蒜教授。应该可以，今天的进度应该可以上完药草课哦。哦，感觉现实中就是会有学生的脸直接被咬掉之类的，整个脸撕裂伤。
How wonderful to see you again. I've completed my assignment. Pleased to hear it. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're... Thank you, Professor. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
可以用十字键来微调它的距离跟旋转哦。好。
Well done. Feel free to practice Wingardium. Here in the green, you're a natural.
哦，跟那个萨尔达的那个磁铁一样。西卡 stone。 高地要塞可以去解了，然后雷亮我还没有，血脉的阴影下，月亮背后的男人，高地要塞，天黑之后与娜娜见面。对，我接下来就是这个了，然后就可以取得下一个试炼。那我们可能明天再继续吧。目前应该是不会有其他卡关的地方。任务：血脉的阴影，高地要塞。想去解，可是这个主线任务的话，应该至少要花一点时间。天赋收藏，我2点可以用，核心快点满了。我目前就是想先把核心点满，因为核心其实都是基本招的升级，可以让对整体的帮助最直接。那我们今天就先到这边。那明天的话，我看，等一下来看一下全金色的，就是全金色问号的熊物场次是什么时候？如果可以的话，我看能不能开，就能不能开期待。2月24号 今天23号、24号的12点到25号的4点，所以是礼拜日。哎，没有，等一下就开始了，等一下12点就开始了耶。好，明天可以打7弹哦，如果有这个打工的话，是10步之龟。就烟熏鲑鱼的那个地方，明天再来玩吧。先这样子喽，谢谢大家，晚安，拜拜。